Hello, welcome back to Teh Tarik
Hour.
As always, it's me, Azreen with
Ah Kit here.
We are back again for another episode of Nonsense Talk. As always, thank you guys for supporting our show. We see a lot of good numbers on the videos,
Yes.
especially one talking about Mahathir. And there are always good discussion there. As always, we say, have a discussion, but let's be, understanding to each other. Lah. Don't just so simply attack, okay? It's always a good thing to see people discuss. And as always,
I think Azreen is so worry a lot about it.
freedom of speech.
speech.
Well, there's a reason why, and if you look at our title today, you know some of it. But the main story actually is, well, it is about that, but also what led to this discussion. You know why?
Because we are seeing from the newspaper the stars and all that is talking
Newspaper. You still read newspaper, man?
We are
YouTube, bro,
YouTube
and social media.
social media, whatever. So we got the news from this our
beloved queen,
our former PM,
first lady. First lady.
ladies,
Finally, she's innocent.
she is innocent.
So for those who are not aware, when we recorded this, we just found out that Rosmah Mansor, right? That's her name. She was acquitted for one of the court cases against her, which is, I believe, a money laundering and tax evasion kind of case lah.
Yes.
And the amount reaches to up like 7 million or something like that. So it turns out that around 10 December or something like that, or at least we've just found out recently is that the court decided that her case for all this, there's not enough evidence there to show that she did anything wrong lah. So they just acquitted her without
freedom,
without trial lah.
from the mahkamas.
But she's not free. She got other cases going on lah. The other one, the 970 million, that one she is definitely guilty, and they're appealing that. And that one she get 10 years prison, and then she need to pay back the thing lah. She also has other cases ongoing there lah.
But I think it's this because Rosmah, she is spending a lot of this kind of money on courts, right?
Is she though? We don't know.
This all the money. Actually, how come it's still got a lot of money to spending on the court?
Well, famously, she saved a lot when she was kids. How else she afford all those diamond ring? Sikit-sikit jadi bukit.
But when I see this news now, what's in your thoughts? It just see the justice. Is this justice? Justice dying or something? Well, how come so easily to get out from the court?
Well, I mean, let's not kid ourselves lah. There's been a trend for all this kind of thing. Remember, Zahid also acquitted as well, and now Rosmah as well. And if we look back, also back in the day, there's another guy, Musa Aman, also last time, the 30 million.
I don't know what happens lah, because last time the governments, the current government, promise they want to per se clean out we got the clear governments, but
the clean government
clean governments. But the old government, it seems like it's so kotor, but in the end, it's nothing.
The same right?
Same thing. And is it the way this is a politician games or something? They want to they maintain to become a government, and just lepas the people who have got guilty.
Okay. So to just to clear the air lah. I'm guessing you're disappointed.
Seriously, we're quite disappointed. You see a lot of people who get freedoms. It's not get a freedom lah. It's no any discharge from the not get any charge from the mahkamas. Then just walk out. You seem our deputies, PMs also the same things.
Yeah, I mean, he did not get charged for it. He got DNAA similarly, and I think similar for Rosmah lah. But the thing is, right, this is part of the court system. So what can you say? Are you trying to say that the entire system is corrupt or flawed right now? Like our Malaysian justice system is not doing its job?
Yes, I'm not. I cannot criticize our our Malaysian justice. I mean the courts. But I can see some lobang lah. It's got
Something is not closed properly
yes,
there,
not
is
closed
it?
properly. Got lobangs for people who are runaways.
At least the prosecution is trying lah. For Rosmah case, they're appealing for that case again to make sure lah. But at this point, right? Isn't it just like?
But for our Malaysian now, I'm still believe our Malaysian justice and the government means the government.
There is still justice here lah. But
yes.
I mean, look, it's not to say that justice is non-existent in Malaysia lah. But obviously, it tends to favor those who are in power more lah.
Yes, we have.
If you are more in power, then you are more likely to get away, unless your crime is very, very bad. The thing is, right, a lot of these cases I see is that if you are a powerful and rich person and you steal from the rakyat, you're not going to get really badly punished, okay? But if you are a rich and powerful person and you steal from the rich and powerful person, then that's only a problem. You look at FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried. Why he fall down? Not because he steal from the people, but because he steal from the banks and the rich people. Then only he ended up, falling down like the way he is, no? So unless Rosmah steal from like the Robert Court or something like that, I don't think she will ever get the equal amount of justice there lah.
Yeah, I think some justice is, or I don't say justice because our normal people, poor people, they'll have to more follow the regulation and the laws. No? And the rich people, they have the way and they find the lobang and then get away to run out.
Because they can afford it, no? That's why.
Because the British lawyers from British and then from UK,
they can afford it lah. That's why. So that's why if you say like rich people fight against poor people, the rich people will win one. But rich people against rich people, see who is the more richest, then can win.
The money is I think
see how powerful your money is.
The fuels the pump there like fuels like.
So at this point, like our justice system is really powered by cash. Cash is king lah. Our Taiko Najib say cash is king. But it's good for Rosmah, I guess, because she got this acquitted
but this
from her birthday.
But this is not a rich people game. It's because this one they are already some kind of like internationals. They bring up to the internationals stage and then become is like not just the Malaysians lah. I think all around the world is looking at this Rosmah and the Najib case. I believe it's just already all the people or the corruptions governments, our last corruption governments.
It's still not punished properly for the fact,
yes,
right?
Because we are not give an answer. It's a very good answer for the people.
It is weird that the current government is being silent about it. I feel like a lot of people from the unity government are not saying anything about this result, the case result, except for, I think, Zahid just say, oh, you need to accept the thing as it is, lor. We don't know, like, behind the scenes, what was the process to leading her to being acquitted, actually, that all the details they don't give yet.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of things we don't know yet. So for all we know, maybe she really is innocent.
It seems like we have this corruption empires. It's some kind of like we have this corruption empires. Entire it's not just in our Peninsula Malaysia, right? In the other side of Malaysia.
Of course, the other side as well. Well, I mean, this is a good segue to something that we were talking about, because like you have to understand right now what we're doing. We are criticizing the government in a sense, right? And we've I don't know, for me, I've always believed in the Malaysian way is that criticizing the government is a big no-no, because you might get in trouble, because someone who is an activist, a graphic designer, ended up getting in trouble for attacking our East Malaysian new governor, Musa Aman. Yes.
Yes.
Well, for those who don't know, this is a jump to another part that we want to really talk about, which is like criticizing the government through art. So this guy named Fahmi Reza is a graphic designer.
Yes.
He created this poster which clearly say who this person is. Okay, Musa Aman, the new governor of Sabah, is a corrupt, number one corrupter.
Money laundering things.
Back in 2020, he was charged for money laundering in a timber company, but he was acquitted. Similar to Rosmah as well.
Yes.
Now, a little background on Fahmi Reza, if you're not aware, this guy is quite a political activist, and he does a lot of satirical art that criticize government.
But this one also remind us like last time, you know, the Najib's era. There are also a lot of comics and a lot of graffitis.
He did the famous one, the Najib is a clown one.
Yeah.
That's him lah.
Do at the graffitis and the war graffitis, right? And then some of the Star paper, also some of the comics who are criticize the governments. But that time is a Najib time. We still got the freedom. Who are got the speech.
I don't think so, man. You would say, oh, he got the freedom, right? But actually, he was actually quite tough on mainstream media like News Street Time, like NST or Berita Terkini, all this like mainstream publication did not allow you to criticize the government. It has to be underground, like what they did back in the day lah.
Mainstream is like NST, the Star, this
Harian, Berita Harian,
or Chinese paper, all this,
yeah,
because they are belong to the governments.
Government holds
yes, government. But for nowadays, I know not many people who are still stick on the mainstream papers or mainstream media.
Last time it's more like social media is where you get the. Yes. That's where all this criticizing comes up. But we've always had the idea that if you make fun of government or you try to criticize the government, it's a very dangerous topic, right?
Yeah.
And it was only during when Najib fell down that we thought, oh, maybe now is better, right? Like
we are thinking now is better, but we recap back, the Najib, the eras, there's still more freedom, more room for you guys to talk and more.
Really?
I don't know. For artists who have the creativity and the ideas to do things.
I don't recall seeing that many critical attack against Najib at the time. The only thing that came out critically against them was during movement like Bersih and all this. That is where you get it.
You see, this rally of this Bersih, we can create from our rakyat or for the peoples. But now, if let's say you want to create something is like this kind of rally, like Bersih, this kind of rally, it's very hard. I think it's more open because Najib, that era, is more open for the people who are doing things.
No, I think the opposite. Najib is much more controlling.
Now it's more controlling.
No. It's equally as if anything, it's just as much as controlling last time. During the BN era, you telling me you don't have cyber troopers protecting the BN? You think last time you are more free to talk, is it?
I think it's last time is more free to talk compared, because I think it's last time is we don't have this rally before the birthday things. Now there are more care about, if let's say they have this called, maybe it's not called birthday anymore, called Sapu, then come down this kind of rally. Maybe they are very concerned when you get attention on it.
The only reason Bersih occurred is because it was the corruption level that was beyond our acceptable level already, That's why we had to be pushed to that point, and people were being silenced for, criticizing the BN regime at the time. For you, I don't know. For me, I see is that during that time, openly criticizing the government was a big no-no. You tell me, this might be my personal experiences. Whenever I go to some places, like if we want to talk out loud, going against the government, we always joke about, got anyone listening or not? The phone listening or not? Last time we always do this kind of joke because we understand the situation that criticizing government could get you in trouble back then.
Yeah. I also last time I also heard from our Chinese in the coffee shop. Don't talk back at the government. Some kind of like this.
So that kind of mentality.
My grand generation people.
There has to be a reason why, right? Of course, the reason why is that during that time they reenact all this policy like ISA, all this to keep an eye on you. I would believe that during the BN time is much more controlling of information at that time compared to now lah. I mean, now I feel like we are teetering on it because we have after Najib, right? After BN fall down, there was that brief period where everything is like, now maybe we can talk more freely, right? And then became all the changing government and all this, and then we were not sure. And now with Anwar back in, Anwar as we assume that now we have more freedom to criticize.
Now I think it's more room and more medias we can talk about.
I would say there's more outlets for you more platform for you to speak your voices. But seeing this case with Fahmi Reza, I don't think it's that we are more acceptable to criticize government. It's just that government will still catch you if they can catch you. So something like Fahmi Reza, who posted his thing on social media, as soon as government see this, they know, oh, time to crack down on this guy. He too much criticized our choices already. Which brings us to the question like, is using art to criticize government acceptable in Malaysia, or are we still under the idea that there needs to be a controlled speech? We need to control the speech of the people now. Do you think like right now, do you feel you're free to openly criticize the government there? If you were to go on those TikTok or Instagram live, straight shoot the government, you think you can survive or not? See how you think this thing?
I don't think, if let's say we are talking some bad word for current government, not we are not maybe we are not power enough.
Yeah, you don't know, man. I don't know if you know this, right? There was one TikToker who was saying about Anwar and the Johor Crown Prince. He said something about them eating at a non-halal place. That person immediately kena catch by police already, you know. So you can see how fast the authorities can react if you say something the wrong way, lah. So, but that one is not criticizing government, lah. I think that one is just like cari pasal thing, lah. But for Fahmi Reza, it was quite fast, the reaction for it. You know, he posted.
But he's very directly
attacking.
It's very directly attacking the what's
But again, you feel like right now it's worse to criticize the government compared to like what Najib time, is it?
I think now it's more tougher compared with last time. You see, you can see outside the graffitis. Last time we can see a lot the Najib face, the jokers, Najib face.
Yeah,
but now it's no more. You cannot criticize. You know, if let's say for some people's, I don't think because the current government also not is imperfect. We can say maybe we can complain, we can do some things. Maybe we are doing the graffiti things, but now you can see it's very less. You're talking about maybe we're doing Anwar the graffiti things.
But the thing is, right? Anwar did also mention that art should be free, to criticize the government. He himself said that art should be allowed to speak out about this, and then I believe like some PKR party members support this Fahmi Reza guy for attacking him, lah. But then there's the other side of again, it's a unity government, so there's different voices and different mentalities there, lah. I think the MCMC guy, Fadli something, did not agree with this kind of attack, this kind of like criticism, lor.
But for actually we are part of the artists, lah. We can say we are part of the artists or a part of the designers, lah. So
we come from art background, lah.
Come from art background, but should you think these things if let's say government have a control and got the limitation for us to create the artworks or create something, the thought, maybe in social media, on YouTube or in the speech or podcast or graphic, do you think this is a good way to go?
Censorship, is it?
Yes,
at this
censorship.
Point, the thing is, right, I don't believe in absolute free speech. Because like people either fall in two ways. You either control or no control at all. I believe there should be a balance of between what makes sense or what doesn't. Because absolute free speech means something like if I go to a theater and I say fire, 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 and then I cause people to run away and then injure themselves, absolute free speech, I can say, my freedom of speech, what can you say?
Same thing. This is like responsibility Talk in responsibilities It's some kind of like we are the adults. We are talking something is responsibility. This is what the words we are sent out, a message we are sent out.
It's some you kind see like your message, your context, what, right?
It's like an artist. It's some kind of like artist. I'm sent out this message. Is a true message or non-true message?
What kind of message is spreading, basically? Yes. Some speeches can be hate speech, right? Like if I share Nazi ideology, Nazism and all this, that is considered hate speech already. And I'm not doing that for the good of the people or trying to help people. Whereas something like what Fahmi Reza is doing is, I believe, a justifiable criticism of our current government, But that's the thing, like to see where the line crosses is the thing, I do believe generally art should have the right to openly criticize governments or all this
You see, something is like the arts, the artworks or the speech, we cannot interfere the justice. It's some kind of like we are the words we are speak out. We have a responsibility as well. If let's say we are interfere the justice or the people, you cannot be sing, you don't be sing, because this thing is not, it's not your business. Even I had corruption or I do a laundry, it's justice by the law. It's not you. You are the rakyat. You know,
voice
no right to voice this out. This is like, wow. Then which means
what's the point of us, of people, right? Like,
yes,
like
we
what's,
voice out
what's
is
our
because
worth lah?
this is the, because I believe the artist is, I try to voice out because something is, I think it's not unfair, because this is my ideas. I think it's not unfair. I support, actually is the ideas of the
Freedom of speech.
the freedom of speech.
I do believe there is a freedom of speech in terms of like art and everything lah. Of course, you need to be able to openly criticize.
Some more we are creating arts and create the artworks is for people who are memorize the milestones. Or some things like happen in 2020 before and got this thing happens. And we are still remember the Najib, the Joker, the things.
Yes, because it's a very powerful,
it's a milestone.
It's an impactful image, right?
So we are remember that time how difficult we are bring the government down and then to change the government. Our Malaysia's what you call that? The milestone and the governance milestone.
I mean, like, it's the thing is, right, freedom of speech and all this openly criticizing the arts through the arts, it's a powerful medium because it can connect with a lot of people.
Yes.
Suppressing it means suppressing history. Suppressing history means suppressing our knowledge and what should be done correctly. Looking at this point, right, do you really think that the current government is that controlling in terms of like...
I feel more like controlling compared with last old time.
How old times are we talking here, okay?
Because Najib times long.
You
just compare with the Najib time.
Do you think like during Najib's peak era, people were openly criticizing him? Or did the criticism come during this near the end where people already know all the things and people could not accept it? Because I believe you are misguided in terms of like when did free speech really become powerful?
I think because something is like, okay, I push the thing, the pressure is more pressure coming out. If something is like you push, then it's more pressure out. Because the time Najib is pushed a lot, right? Then maybe the pressure is come out a lot.
So then because the thing is when you say like it was much more free to speak during Najib time, it feels a bit misleading because you make it sound like Najib is a very open person. He enjoyed the freedom of people's speech one. Because I don't think he's that person. I don't know lah. Do you think like Najib is someone who's like, oh, what come to criticize me? I'm okay one. He's that kind of person. You think, is it?
No, I don't think he is that kind of person.
then because like then
maybe he a polite way. Oh, I'm the one who are open, but the back he do something.
Like during his time lah. You telling me throughout his entire time that he was so generous to people criticizing him? When did you start to see the criticism against him start to show up?
But I don't know, because I see a lot of artworks who are the artwork outside is not what you call it, criticize the
current government,
the previous governments. But now you can see it's not rarely what.
What you mean? Because like you telling me last time there's not enough people criticizing Najib's government, is it?
A lot of people criticize.
During the end of his government, during the end of his.
But now it's no more.
Of course, because he's not in government anymore.
No, that means the current governments. Not many people criticize current government.
See, that's the thing, right? Maybe you say like, it's not allowed. Maybe people just haven't felt the pressure yet. Similar to how it was with Najib in the beginning, because you thought, he sure is okay one, but like the criticism only started nearing the end of his government, like nearing the end, like 2016, around that time, 2017, only then it started to show, people start to show dissatisfaction. Maybe we are not yet reached the point of people showing the dissatisfaction.
Maybe.
Give it another year, who knows, next year all people will start criticizing openly, then you will say what? Current government is very generous, is it? Open to criticism. Change your thinking, is it? You need to see the time and place, I think.
Yeah, like, maybe it's, the 60 governments is a lot of things.
The thing is, I do
60 years,
60 years of government, because
now it's a very young government. It's 5 years.
Yeah, during that 60 years, how many times were people allowed to actually voice out their
Yeah,
opinion?
true.
So there is a bit of disproportionate there lah. To be honest, for me, I think like all government has some level of censorship and control lah. Regardless of how you want to believe, like, oh, Najib is such a progressive, he wants to be Anwar is such a progressive, he wants to be all this thing. And like, honestly, I think every government will try to control the people's opinion there, because any voice of criticism is not good for the government.
But for current our now technologies, it's not really easy to control every speech to send out.
Well, they tried. Remember the MCMC? They tried to do the control the DNS to make sure that you can control what site you can visit and all this thing. They tried. They are trying to censorship, similar to how like China would do lah. But like
if let's say one day we become like China like that, we have to use VPN, then we can access to the really internet.
but if you get China for your social control, but you get their financial benefit, you don't wanna become the biggest economy in the world. You don't wanna. You don't want to become that rich. See what you wanna.
If let's say if seriously lah, when something is like you gonna get a VPN, then you can do some research. And I mean, especially we are artists, we are designers, we do research, we are through the internet, right? If let's say we work in China, we want to do a research, you want to use a VPN to go to the really internet, they're very difficult. Right?
I mean, we are not that level, but there is already a level of control of media that here already. What
Pornhub we cannot access.
You think got VPN change to Singapore on your side. Singapore VPN can access.
Pornhub they not allow us to access.
But like, serious a bit is the literature here. Also, there's some censorship. One you can't access like last time communist punya literature, because that's considered a wrong thing. Also, there's some censorship here lah. There's some banned materials, not just porn PH. So to be honest, there is still some control here. Might not be as strong as China, but Malaysia still also control information, right? So I don't know lah.
But just like what you're saying just now, we have to do a balance. If not say everything we are under control, but it's not say everything we are in freedoms. We have to choose in between. So something is like really, really nonsense. It's like you can see as a US, you can see US a very freedom the speech. You can see a lot of nonsense that come out. Some very stupid is very really.
Of course, there are some very
things.
stupid things there also.
So it's very like so tired. Every day you see this thing, you will tired also.
I think that one is more on the fact that there's lack of access to education that leads to stupid ideas lah.
But you come to China, it's very different words. Anything single words you cannot say in was very sensitive.
Cannot say. It's just that it's very controlled, that you want to not accidentally say it and then
even
catch lah.
We need to pull this kind of words. You cannot say it, people will be these words actually is saying Xi Jinping. Okay, this kind of thing. You cannot say. But was so sensitive until it's no room for you say on something. No freedom at all.
That is a quick way to diminish art lah.
But at least you can say something. But in between you say the freedom is 100% of freedoms, absolutely freedoms. We have take 50, 60 is a freedoms, but the other 40% we have some censorships and all things. We are still in.
I mean, I always feel like people can understand what is considered necessary speech or necessary freedom of speech and what is considered hate speech or speeches that disturb the peace of the people but I guess sometimes it's like, depending on who in power is, they decide what is free, what is not
It's some kind of like, okay, we come back to this very censors. Maybe Pornhub is not everyone we can access. Maybe 21 years old can be accessed. This kind of regulation. If for some people are really understand. Maybe it's after 1 years old, 25 years old, he can pick some very sensitive topic. Even the government or even this kind of maybe government job or whatever.
Okay, but like something like PH, right? Like Pornhub, right? Accessing those kind of material, shouldn't that fall on like the parents to teach their children like, oh, what is acceptable to access the media for lah, like this kind of thing. Something like criticizing the government is not exactly a age restrictive kind of thing. What, like accessing sexual material, yes, it should be age restrictive lah. But like something like criticizing government, political,
because government is just like a government servants ma.
So that should be like everyone should have access.
Can be said, oh, the government servant is some kind of like the workers. The workers did not do the job well. Then of course lah, you're not clean the table well, so you have to clean the table well.
But it seems like our government servant is not servant. We are serving the government.
This is the other way around.
Better be careful what you say. Later we kena tangkap we're gonna need to go to Bukit Aman.
Seriously, this is some kind of like your mate is not clear the table very well. Then you can say, oh, you not clear the table very well. You have to clear it out.
You know what happened lah in Malaysia? Like you go to the restaurant,
the maid will tell you, you
don't talk to me. Don't talk to me this way. Okay, we go police. You can
you send him.
You wipe it yourself. Lick the table yourself.
This kind of way, you want a different way.
Now we are scared of government, right?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, boss.
sorry, kakak.
Here's my money. I pay you.
Pay you lah. You what you want? You want to turn on the TV? You turn on the TV lah. I sit here lah. I clear my job. After that, you can go out from my house.
Who is the person who own the place actually? Who is the customer here actually?
We are the one who are paid, but in the end, we are also clean ourselves. And the end, and then we are also apologize to the meat, and
then we need to pay some more.
And then get out from our house, And
then we don't like, we get out so, wow. This is the don't criticize the government this way. We're not talking about government. We're talking about this restaurant. We're talking about
house or restaurants.
But yeah, I mean, like, honestly, art should not be prohibited to criticize government. If we bring it down to the center of it all, there's all these corruption cases, like you say, but Rosmah getting acquitted, there is dissatisfaction there, and people should be able to voice that dissatisfaction. And with the case of Fahmi Reza doing this satirical, art, it's not to the point of like disturbing the peace and harmony of Malaysia. It is actually, I feel like, a justifiable criticism lah. And to be attacked for that is, I feel like,
I think this justice, if let's say you want to charge one people in this artwork or a piece of, maybe we can, like, for the public who charge this person, if let's say he got the guilty or non-guilty, it's not say the government say, oh, not the one who say, oh, he got guilties, but it's in the end it's just the artwork. What
I mean, it depends like what kind of artwork it is, right? Remember the socks issues?
Oh,
that kind of artwork also is considered very dangerous to print out, and you should understand like, oh, you probably should not do that lah. But
it's really hard to make the justice. Justify.
That's why you need to see on the case of it lah. But for me personally, for this Fahmi Reza, I feel like he has at least artists like this.
He is like really artist one.
Yeah, because I think that kind of criticism is understandable given where it's coming from, and for people to suppress that, it is, I feel, a bit unjustifiable.
So we have to ask our audience and see.
Is Fahmi Reza, can we criticize the government like this? Is it all acceptable?
Yes. Or you want our artists to be future next time is just keep silence and not do anything about the governments. We cannot say anything. Single words also cannot say. We just keep on our normals or during the artwork.
As long as we get to eat, right? It's cari makan.
Or you want to see some very like fantastic change.
The change. I don't know if that will happen again. We done it once. I think what's going to happen more is people are going to give up more, I feel, when you see the government continue like this. But that's just me. What do you guys think? Is our current government suppressing voices at this point? Do you agree with Rosmah getting acquitted? You think she's innocent? I don't know. Maybe some of you guys do.
Yeah, you see, the story is she is really worked very hard to
save the money.
Save the money to buy the chin. I'm also very pity on her. You see, I also buy the chin.
This is good criticism, okay? This is good.
It's very hard for me to buy a diamond ring. I think I'll eat a lot, so I cannot buy a diamond ring.
That's why you waste too much. Who call you go restaurant? But let us know what you guys think. And if you enjoy what we do, please, as always, share, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And if you want to reach out to us, tehtarihour@gmail.com. And until then, we will see you guys on the next episode. Goodbye.